Hello third graders, this is Mrs. Copeland and I'm a math teacher in Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools. I'm going to be helping you with third grade memory joggers. Let's take a look at week 8, day 1, problem A. Write a multiplication and division equation to represent this array. We have a couple things we need to remember. Multiplication is adding equal or same size groups, and division is sharing equally or subtracting equal groups. Multiplication and division are related. If we look at this array, we can see that an array has equal rows and equal columns. There are 4 equal rows on this array, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equal columns. We could represent this array as 4 times 9. That's 4 rows with 9 in each row. Or we could represent it as 9 times 4. That's 9 columns with 4 in each column. Now, to finish our equation, we also need to know how many squares are in the shape altogether. We could add the rows together like this. 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. And we might choose to put the two 9s together to make 18, and these two 9s together to make 18. And then the two 18s together to make 36, because 10 plus 10 is 20, and 8 plus 8 is 16, and 20 plus 16 is equal to 36. Another way that we might think about this is we could divide this array into 2 parts. You could think about a way to break up the array into facts that you know. Lots of boys and girls know they're 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I were to partition this, I'm still trying to count the total number of squares in here, but now I have 4 times 5, and that's a fact lots of boys and girls know, which is 20, and 4 times 4, which lots of boys and girls also know, which is 16. So another thing that I could do is to add the 20 and 16 again and get 36. So we know that 4 times 9 would be equal to 36, and 9 times 4 would be equal to 36. Now for the division. With division, we start by thinking about how many are in the total. So if we were to count all of these squares in here, we would know that there were 36. If we were solving a problem, we might have been given that information that there were 36. So if there are 36 and we know that there are 4 rows, we're trying to figure out how many are in each row. We could count, since it's already set up in rows. If we didn't have that array already set up, we could make our own 4 groups and think how many would be in each row. I could count one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And you can see that we still ended up with 9 in each group. The trouble with this is that lots of boys and girls, if you're counting by ones like that, it's really easy to get off, or if something distracts you, you may end up losing track of where you are, and that kind of took a long time. So even if you're making equal groups, it's a good idea to start with a larger number in each group. So 10s are super easy, and it would be great to start with 10. But if I were to put 10 in each of these groups, I would already be at 40, and that would be too many. So what if I were to start with 5 in each group? Because 5s are also easy to count by. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I had 36, and I've put 20 in the groups already, and now I have 16 more. Well, that's a fact I know. 4 groups of 4 would be 16, so now I just have to put 4 more in each group, and that would be 16. So now I can see that each group has 9. This problem only asks you to write one multiplication and one division equation where we went ahead and wrote 2 multiplication. There's also 2 division equations. We could have also thought of it as there were 36, and we know that there are 9 equal columns. So how many would be in each column? And we could solve that one the same way that we did both of these, but since we've already figured this out with the 4 and 9, what we're going to do is just use the facts that we already have. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So you could have either one of these for this answer, or either one of those, since it only asks you for one. Thank you, and if you have additional questions about this problem, please ask your classroom teacher.